what do you say to the folks who say Governor Snyder got a mandate when he got voted to balance the budget by any means possible?
Well, he didn't get that mandate to tax pensioners from people holding a pension. He didn't get that mandate to take away the tax break for poor people, which we've had in this state for many, many years. So those were not mandates. So no, there wasn't a mandate.
Does it scare you that what he's trying to do, a corporation could take over your city?
It's very concerning, some of the legislation that's rolling through. One of the most, I think the word is dangerous, pieces of legislation just recently passed. Governor will sign it within the week. It will allow for emergency financial managers to literally take over cities. And we were opposed to the legislation. We're opposed to the idea. We want to be helpful, unions, workers, in these cities and in these school districts if they have budget problems. Just look at the history. We've been helpful. We've negotiated concessions where they needed to be done. But this bill, this allowance of what is really a single dictator coming into a city or a school district is just too much big government instead of local control.
I'm proud to be once again a UAW member, as I was in the late 1940s. I'm now a member of Local 1981, the National Writers Union.
And what do you think about all this?
Well, I hope it's enough to persuade some members of the legislature they should not go along with the governor and his foolish ideas.
What would you say some of his foolish ideas might be?
I think this is one of the worst, these emergency managers who can walk all over local government units and school boards. Bad idea, turns its back on democracy.
Now, some are arguing that this is necessary to save the budget. What do you think of that?
I think there are other ways to deal with budgetary problems rather than giving up on democracy.
I'm Ann Paquet Howard.
And what brings you here today?
I am a 40-year retired school teacher at AFL-CIO, and I feel that we need this. Besides all the internet stuff, we need sustained peaceful protest. And I feel that all this budget stuff is just a smokescreen to bust unions because unions vote Democrat.
Now, there's been a lot of talk from mostly Republicans and stuff saying that teachers need to pay more for the retirement stuff.
Thank you for asking. I'm going to be speaking. We have been making concessions for years. Specifically in Lansing, we had a 0% raise one year, we had a 1%, a 2%. We made concessions to have better health care, although our premiums, co-pays, deductibles, and everything have gone up for years. And we don't mind sharing the sacrifice, but we've been doing it. And my question is, when are CEOs and the top 2% going to share the sacrifice? If they did, we wouldn't even be in this problem. That's all misinformation.
We don't have a two-party system. That's something that I think is embedded in us. And if, third parties stood up and voted more and didn't feel that way that they have to vote for one or the other, we potentially could have a more diverse political system.
Do you think that the governor could actually piss off enough people that he might actually get recalled?
I'm pretty optimistic about this. I think it's kind of, the anger has even started to cross party lines, and yeah, I think that if he keeps going the way he's going, then definitely there's going to be enough momentum.
Now, some would say that he got elected to balance the budget, and this is one way to do it.
Right. Well, there's balancing the budget, and then there's oligarchy. So, I am all for cuts. I think we need to be fiscally aware, conservative to some extent. But when you're taking away people's democracy, that goes far beyond anything that anything to do with the budget. So that's what I think is pissing me off the most.
I don't really know if if it's accurate to say that he was elected to balance the budget, you know, because I think he was basically elected because of the political realities of people not, you know, Democrats and stuff. They've already got Obama, you know. It's just like people are coming out in these midterm elections, you know, and you know, of course, everyone. It's the cycle, you know what I mean. Of course, after what 12 years of Granholm or whatever, of course he's gonna, you know, it was a done deal, you know what I mean. So I don't really know if he has really like any kind of mandate or any kind of political capital per se, you know. I think that in people's minds he might have, you know what I mean, but I don't think the small percentage of the Michigan electorate that actually voted for him, you know, really has that kind of demand. And I think that, you know, what, 900,000 signatures for recall, I mean, in 3 months, I mean, organize around that, you know, kick his ass out, you know, that'd solve all of these problems, seriously.
Well, hello, I'm Charles Koch, and this here, my brother, David Koch.
Hello, I'm David Koch.
We've come here because we've heard that there was a need for the corporate greed. So here we are, here to collect our 86% in tax cuts.
We are here to 86 you. How you like that, Charles? Like that?
And thank heavens for the Republican Governors Association.
Oh, yes, what would we do without them?
Why, we gave them $3 million and we've got ourselves a governor.
We got a couple of governors now.
It's just wonderful. First we have Snotty Walker in Wisconsin, and now Rick Snyder here in Michigan.
Who will be next, I wonder?
Who will be next?